Jack, 0-0 today, first point at home, first clean sheet of the season. How do you feel?
Yeah, those two positives are the most important thing for us. We set ourselves a target again in the next block of 4 games and how many points we want, and I don't think probably from outside of our change room many people would give us a chance to get anything today, but we just felt with even after last week's loss there was lots of positives in that I saw that we're moving in the right direction, and today we just needed to apply ourselves slightly differently for the task at hand, and I thought we've done it really well. I think on reflection, the point's probably fair, to be quite frank. I think their keeper's made a couple of good saves, and as was Callan to keep us in it, and all being all, then a point was probably fair. But there were definitely spells in the game where I thought we were a lot better than them, but we dictated play for a very long time today, and it wasn't a case that we didn't create chances or anything like that. I just thought that it was 2 good sides playing in a competitive fixture, and on another day it probably could have been 2-2 or 3-3, but like you said, first clean sheet is the most pleasing thing for me with the amount of goals that we've been leaking, and I said it before, we can't keep going to score 3 or 4 goals to having to win a game of football, and today what we've done is kept it really tight, which even right up to the 90th minute gives us chances to possibly nick some up, but a point's fair, and I'll take it.
A much more positive performance this Saturday than last week. What was the difference out there tonight?
I said it last week, I don't think we were awful last week, if I'm being quite frank. I actually thought in possession of the ball last week we were probably the best we've been, but with very little end product. Ken's given us loads today when things are coming up the pitch. He's finding himself in areas where, because of the way we played previously, we didn't have people in those areas, so it was sticking for us to get higher up the pitch and create better combinations higher up the pitch. So that makes things a lot easier for you when you've got that type of player in there. So great re-debut for him, but just the work rate and the ethic, I think, generally of the whole group is probably what's seen us through and got us a really important point.
And a quick turnaround now till Tuesday, another home game. What's going to make the difference on Tuesday to turn it into 3 points?
I just said in there, you can't do what you've done today and work that hard to get a point against the league leaders and then not back it up on Tuesday. So we need to show that same sort of desire and fight on Tuesday night, and if we play that way and have that sort of application about us, then we'll probably get something again Tuesday. But it's no given, right? You've got to turn up, we've got to look after our bodies, and we've got to make sure Tuesday we do the same things we've done today consistently well.
Thanks very much for your time, Jack. Much appreciated.
Thanks, mate.